Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Total Angrezi by Vidushi. Before we move ahead with today's video, please subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up if you like the video and do hit the bell icon to never miss an update. So today, what we are going to do is we're going to take an article from the Hindu's editorial page. This is an article on central bank recap on Urjit Patel's deposition before parliamentary panel. Now, if you want to read the entire article, I am going to paste the link to this article in the description box below, so you can go through the entire article. What I have done is I have picked out the new words, difficult words, and some phrases that you can make use of in your day-to-day lives to improve your language. So let's go ahead. I've listed out 5 to 6 words for you. Moving on. The first word I found is slippages. Now, in this word, slippages can be found in this particular sentence in the article that says, crucially, there has been a sharp fall in slippages, fresh NPAs added to the existing heap from 7.3% in March 2018 to 3.8% in September. Now, this is a very banking term word. It means that when there is a difference between the estimated transaction cost and the actual transaction cost, that is what they called as slippage. Usually this word comes in handy for forex and forex use and traders, where when they enter into the trade, they estimate that this will be the price of their trade, wherein it is something else after they have entered the trade. So I have 2 example sentences here to help you learn the meaning of it better. The smallest of the slippage could delay the completion of the project. So probably we're talking about a financial project here or a trading project here, where if there is a slippage, then the project could delay in completion. And the other sentence is, the fall in slippages has caused trouble to many traders. So it's again taking us back to the fact that it is mostly related to the working cycle of a trader, wherein if there is a slippage, then he or she might face an issue. The next word that I have for you is onerous. The sentence that I've picked this out from is, of course, there is still the onerous task of resolving the bad loans stock, which is at a little over rupees 10 lakh crore right now. So the word itself says that it is a word that means there is a great deal, there is a great effort or trouble or difficulty, means onerous task. It is a very difficult task. So there are other synonyms for this, like you can see that it could mean burdensome, troublesome, oppressive, inconvenient. These are all other words that you can use in place of onerous. I've listed out an example for you. I found the job of clearing my exam an onerous task, which means to say that it was a very difficult task. It was a task that involved great effort. So that said, the antonym of this word becomes, antonym is opposite. So that becomes easy or effortless. मतलब I didn't have to, मुझे इसमें कोई मेहनत करनी ही नहीं पड़ी. So that is the opposite of onerous. The next word I have for you is detente. It is written as D-E-T-E-N-T-E. So you might pronounce it as detente, but it is detente. This word comes from a French word. Here, the sentence that I've picked it out from is, though he was careful not to say anything that would break the detente forged by the center and the central bank at its last board meeting on November 19th, he made 3 forceful points. The word detente means that there is an easing of hostility or strained relationships, mostly between 2 countries. So say for example, 2 countries have always been hostile. There has always been enmity between those 2 countries or parties or people, and they have entered a state of detente. They have come to a policy of detente, which means that now things will be easy. Things will not be difficult. The relationship will not be strained. It will be a easy going relationship. So I've given you 2 examples here. She wanted to maintain the detente between them even though she had decided to leave. So if you put this in a situation, say probably this girl wants to leave from a particular place, and she's saying that she still wants to maintain the state of detente, which means she wants to keep a healthy relationship in spite of the fact that there has been enmity in the past. Another example is they wanted to pursue the policy of detente between the 2 nations. They wanted to pursue, they wanted to live by the policy that they made of having a good relationship between the two nations. Now I have some phrases for you. They've used quite some idioms and phrases in this article as well. The first one I found is over the hump. This comes from the sentence, first, the banking industry is over the hump on non-performing assets. Over the hump means you have crossed the worst part. Everything that was difficult is over and now you have entered into a better and easier stage. For example, we have now reached a time in life when we are over the hump, which means that all the difficulties are now over and now I'm in a time of life where everything is easy. Another example, it was difficult in the beginning, but I am now over the hump. So maybe here the person is talking about a task which seemed difficult in the beginning, but now he or she is over the hump, which means they have overcome that difficulty. So you can use synonyms like on the road to recovery, getting better, on the way up, making progress, which means to say that you are moving on from that phase of difficulty. An antonym or opposite of this phrase would be you are still in difficulty and you're not overcoming it. The next phrase I found is nipping in the bud. This comes from the sentence, these statements are probably aimed at nipping in the bud any attempts to change the governance structure of the central bank. Nipping in the bud is an idiomatic representation. What is an idiom? An idiom is any phrase where you make up some words into a sentence, but the meaning is not as literal as it seems. जो लिखा गया है उसका मतलब वही नहीं होता. That is an idiom. So it means to stop something at an early age or an early stage. For example, biting your nails is a habit that should be nipped in the bud. Means as soon as the habit stops, cut that habit down. So that is nipping in the bud. We're saying bud because a bud is what blooms and blossoms into a flower. So if the flower is going to be a bad one, it is better to nip the bud, to cut the bud off even before it blossoms into something bad. So here they're saying the same thing. They're using it as an idiom where they're saying that this attempt should be nipped at the bud. Another example is you can fight a dangerous illness if we nip it at the bud. So probably if you are going towards a dangerous illness, then you can nip it at the bud by taking early precautions. This is what this phrase nipping in the bud means. The last one I found is gorilla in the room. This comes from the sentence, the issue of autonomy is clearly the gorilla in the room and driving it out is not going to be an easy task. What does gorilla in the room means? That everybody knows that there is an issue of importance, there is a topic, there is something of importance there, but nobody is talking about it. This phrase is also used as elephant in the room. This is also an idiom. Why do we say elephant in the room or gorilla in the room? It's because these are huge animals. If they are existent in the room, you will all look at it, but it will not make you very comfortable. Why is there an elephant in the room? Why is there a gorilla in the room? So when there is an issue that everybody knows there is, but nobody wants to talk about it due to some reason or the other, then we say gorilla in the room. Here are two examples. His arrest was the gorilla in the room, but everyone was too scared to talk about it, which means that everyone knew that he was arrested. That was the issue because nobody wanted to talk about it. They were very scared to talk about it. And the second example is their disagreement was a gorilla in the room and so nobody wanted to cause a further issue. Which means that the people around already knew that these two people are enemies or there is an issue going on in between them. And since everybody knew it, that rivalry was the gorilla in the room, but nobody wanted to talk about it because they did not want to make an issue about it. So this is what I picked out of today's article from the Hindu's editorial page. That's all for today. Follow the channel to get more such videos. Like, share, comment and subscribe. If you want me to cover anything that is related to Angrezi English, then do write in the comment section below and keep following our page for more videos.